Let me tell you about it today. A tutorial for making this bag. Our woven fabric and this fabric. They are both made in the same way. Let's take a look at us first. All the materials in the material pack. This portable is 2. This is the joint at the bottom of the seam. There are 2. Then the side joint is 2. Then this is the zipper tail with 2. There are 2 small ears on the side. Then the bottom is A. Catchy is 1. There is also a thin edge strip. The handle is A. And we add 1. A small material of a small semicircle is A. 3 semicircles 1. 1 on this little pull stick. Not like them. And needle and thread, 2 clips. And we have a shoulder strap. Then what about our fabric? It's the front and rear too. This is all the materials we need. After we all receive the material package, check it first. When small pieces like ours are not used yet, we pack it all first. When we ship. This is a small bag for small pieces. Hardware accessories we don't use. Let's pack it up first, so as not to lose it. So we put it in a bag first. Let's sew this hem first. This is what it looks like after sewing. And I'll show you how it's made. First of all, when we sew, you need to prepare your own scissors and a lighter. Well, let's measure this one twice as long. 1, 2. Then disconnect. Take out our needle. When we sew every part, we have to sew the needle and the thread, lock them both together. After wearing it, leave a short paragraph here. Then it has a certain width. We'll take a needle and put it through. It's shortened like this, elongated. The other side of the line. Threading a needle the same way. Then the short one, the elongated one. Here, I'm done sewing. And I'm going to show you how we do this. From the back, we go through the 2 holes together. Then find the corresponding hole in front of us. Wear it together again. Go through the 2 needles together. Pinch 2 needles. So the 2 lines are the same length. Then continue to put the above one. The needle in the thread goes through the second hole. Pass it through. Because this material is thicker, so we're going to pull hard. It's fixed. Put the bottom one on again. Wear the top one. When we sew to this position, let's take a thread and sew this V-word. Let's put the back line aside first. Don't wrap the 2 threads together. It's just a single line. Don't worry about that. That is to say, it doesn't look good when we sew it with a single thread. The material in front of us is thicker. So a single seam like this. I can't see it at all. We must find the corresponding hole. Maybe I'll watch it later. When will this hole be sewn? Or sew into this hole? And then it doesn't feel right. We can see it when we look ahead. We can just reverse the needle again. Back stitch now. It alternates with us. It feels the same when sewn out. I still put it in this position. We continue to sew up and down alternately like this. Well, that's pretty easy. We can also sew it up by ourselves. And I'm not going to take one shot at a time. It's just the upper and lower needles alternate. Then when we sew to this position, let's continue with our tutorial. Let's see what to do with our last extra line. After we sew to this hole at the very end, we give it 3 stitches back. Then put all the lines in the back. We don't want it when the line is disconnected close to this thread is broken. We're going to keep a 3 or 4 millimeters. Then take out our lighters. Take it easy, flatten it quickly. This way our line is solid. Stay on our bag. Then the front and rear too are the same. The sewing method is the same in these 4 places. We can also sew it up by ourselves. So we're going to take these two strips. These two are the same, and then sew it all to this side. What about this line measure? That's our taller one, 4 times longer. Let's all disconnect the line by ourselves. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about position. It is from the bottom to this position. Do you see these two holes? Take a look at this and zoom one. The spacing between these two holes is relatively large. Just sew into this hole. We'll give him back. Sew back 3 stitches from the back. The spacing between the two holes is compared. The big one is above. Okay, let me take a look at the finished product for you. It's our splicing strip. This location will allow us to. Big ears can cover our back stitches then. If we continue to sew up. If you sew this hole. When we finally sew over this. When having strips and this big-eared boy. There's too much thread going through this hole. Can't tie at all, so let's not sew to the top hole. Or align the two materials. Find the corresponding hole. Also, 2 needles through 2 holes at the same time. Make sure that the 2 lines are the same length. It's the thread on our 2 needles. Its length is the same. This is easier. Let's all sew it ourselves. I will demonstrate it to you one by one. Let's sew the 2 strips to one fabric first. Then we pick up this location. After sewing this position, let's turn round again. Just attach this strip to it. And this is what we did. This strip is pressing these 2 fabrics. There is also a strip pressing these 2 fabrics here, just the whole one we packed. The whole tube comes out. Let's all sew this up by ourselves. After we splice it like this. Is it about to fold? Let's make it into a bucket. This is about to be sewn out. Don't worry when sewing this. Okay, after fixing the needle, let's continue to sew up again. Is this sewing method still the same? Sew it yourself. Then the disconnection also needs to be disconnected here. We finished sewing the tube of the whole bag. When we're done, we put it aside. Then take out our bottom and these 2 strips. Let's put it first. Let's finish sewing the lower circle first. One for sewing the lower circle, the amount of line is our 2 small strips. Put it together and it's 3.5 times longer. Yeah, it is. The whole thing is tripled together. Then measure 1.5. When we disconnect this line. Because the circle below us. And this circle, they use the same amount of wire for both, so we cut both wires at the same time. This is a thread I broke prematurely. Then we take out A. We see a large hole in this position. You can also see it on the back, a very large hole. Particularly obvious. Then we have this above. The first hole is aligned with it, with this big hole. We're not going through this big hole. Because this big hole is with it. They will be pressed together. So at this time, when we wear a thread first, press this together again. This position is too thick, so here we are. This hole next to the big hole. The second hole goes through it. It is also the up and down alternation of the previous needle and the next needle. Tighten the thread. This thread is longer. Let's pay attention to this line. Don't let it get tangled up. You can pierce 2 holes at a time. We take this piece and we give it 3 stitches. Let the 2 leather materials be fixed together. Then we put all the threads on top. Then every time you thread, we all need to keep our needle and thread on top. Can you show me? Now both lines are on the top. And we're going to press down on the finished line with our thumbs. Take the thread to be worn next to it. Ah, it's the alternation of threads every time we get through it. Our lines are all above. The main thing is that we have to take a look how to sew this corner position. In fact, it is also a seam of the previous stitch and the next we're going to follow this curve of this corner. Then bend back our little strip. Okay. At this time, the line here is relatively loose. When we pull this line over again, pull it hard. Look at this one little turn and we're done. There's no pleats when it's the other way round. And I'm not going to show you that, because the sewing method of several corners is the same. The other parts are straight, so we can also sew it up by ourselves. We sew to this position. When there is one hole left, we're going to add another one to it. The rest of me is the same when I sew. We will continue to press the button just now, just continue to sew in the way. After we sew this whole circle on the bottom, we turn it over. Then when turning, we're going to use our hands to put this corner. Push it out here. Okay, let's use the other wire that was just broken. Put on the needle. Sew them together. See this hole where this position is handed over. Make them pair together. Let me show you again. It's between these two letters. This hole they handed over. We're going through here. We're layer by layer. Then aim at the hole in the middle of us. Then put the upper and lower line. This line is longer. We must make the upper and lower lines the same length. The first few stitches. It's just that our two materials haven't been fixed together yet. There will be obviously some bad sewing. After we fix it with the first 3 or 4 stitches, it's easier to sew. If we thread the needle inside out, we can't see the hole. Let's just peel it away. Then put our needle first, and you come out of it. Then take this needle and find our hole. It's easier to see. We still pierce 2 holes with one needle. Through to holes, yes. Let's wear it first. The needle goes through first. Then put it on again. Pull the wire again. This is us piercing 2 holes in a row. And we're all going to sew this thread ourselves. Then a sew into this hole. We're going to sew to the starting hole. And then you sew it back. When sewing back, let's take a look at our tutorial again. Because it is inconvenient for us to disconnect, we're going to disconnect outside. After we sew this circle, sew to this center point. Then we sew back and break the thread on the outside. Then sequence it. Just flatten it quickly. And then this after we sew. The whole bag is sewn. Let's take out our catchy one again. There is also a little material in this one. After we found these two, it's sewn to this pull tail. Sew to this position. Then sew this little circle. What about one of its thread? It's our whole catchy. One is longer, one is twice as long. Let everyone disconnect themselves. Okay, it's 2 identical ones. A small piece clips our zipper. This leather. Put it in the middle. From this location. First hole. The second hole goes through the line at the same time. And then we sew it round like this. Up and down line tension. Radio and radio for example with introducing lower temperature and less radio frequency. This is the alternating sewing of the previous stitch and the next stitch. Sew into this hole, then sew back 3 stitches. Disconnect on the inside. Let's all sew this up by ourselves. There is also a lining like this in the material pack. After we finish sewing this, we're going to put our lining in. And we are catchy. There is also a hemming strip. We're going to wrap this circle round it. Like this one we sewed. That's where we pull out our clips. We have 2 clips in this material pack. Let's take our line first. Let's start with a line. What about this line? It can be as long as our hemming strip. Put on a needle. And then there's a little piece. It's this little leather. We're going to find this little skin material and a small semicircle. Put it through. Then bring over the one we like. Let's take a look at this location. Let's first put this center of our lining. It is these 2 splicing positions that are 1. Then with our hole, the 2 of them must be aligned. After aligning the 2 of them, then we take a clip first. Clamp it first. Clamp this side first. And then we move on. Uniform. And then we'll go through it. Let's follow this lining with this and the edge of this bag. Stroke them both. Yes, this way. This center line and this hole. It's our lining stitching. The sutures in this center end. This hole on our side should be aligned. If the 2 of them are, let's go through it like this, completely overlapping. We're just going to sew on it. Let's take out our single wire first. Let's fix it first. When fixing our inner lining, it is higher than the material outside us. Not too high. 2 or 3 millimeters tall is fine. Then go through the next hole. Everybody take a look. This zone, this interface, this. More of this. Don't cut close to it. Let's cut it off a bit, because it will plug a hole on our side. So we can sew when we sew. We now play a fixed roll. Fix it together first. Because we hold this, it will be more troublesome to sew multiple layers together. We're here to give him a starting point. We go through this hole, through the hole on the side. Tighten the thread and continue to wear it. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from this hole in the middle. 8. Then we take this zipper. When we sew the 9th hole, to be with our wrap this hole. This is the hole we are going to match. Then we take another clip to hold it. I want to rest. Run this line through. And then we're going to put this on top of it. Go through the second hole. There are more layers at this time. We're going to go through this hole, frame by frame, layer by layer. Okay. Let's continue with a few more stitches. We sew until we can tighten this. Just let's go up here and sew a few more stitches. You tighten this up. Just match the holes. Then we disconnect the line. Break longer. Then continue and we give the back. It can be fixed with 2 stitches if we start from behind. Also from this position the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9th hole. Pay attention to our lip. It's our lining. Fix it first. This position. Clip it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th hole. The 9th hole here is with. This first hole is aligned. After we match the 9th hole, let's go up here and give him 2 stitches. Then tie this thread in a knot. This is to fix it. Otherwise it'll be hanging down inside. Pull this. It is inconvenient for us to sew. We will remove this thread at that time, so it takes longer. We just need to fix it here. On the other hand, we don't need to fix this side because the things to be sewn here are relatively just to add this. So it's more troublesome. We're going to fix it. What about the rest? We have clips in. That's more convenient. Then we disconnect. What about disconnecting? It's times the length of our broken back strip. This line is longer. If the line feels too long, we can break 1 twice and a half. Let's break 1 twice and a half. 1 or 2 broken 2.5 times. Then we sew half and half. After we thread the thread, or enter 2 holes at the same time. This thread is longer than this thread. We can remove it after the first 2 stitches. And go through the center and the sides. Tightening the wire must make these 2 wires the same length. When there are many layers, we have to be patient. Wrap him layer by layer and find holes. This is also the threading of the previous needle and the next needle. We can also sew it up by ourselves. Be sure to be optimistic about our holes on and off the line. After we finished the first few stitches, well, it's more convenient when you sew it down. Get the clip. Clamp it with a clip. It will be more convenient when sewing. Radio here clearly for now people introducing low temperature and radio frequency. We were sewing the 8th hole. That's us. This is the 9th hole aligned with it. We were sewing the 8th hole. Don't stop this. We're going to tie this chain sticker and this. The weaving position in the middle of the ladder. Everybody take a look. This is the spot to pass it through. The needle is in this position. Don't pull it too tight. When we sew this upper side, it is also when the last 8th stitch is sewn. The needle goes through this weaving cloth. We can sew it ourselves. And I'm not going to take one shot at a time. After we run out of this line, be sure to back sew 3 stitches, then continue to break another section of the line, and then sew up the rest of it. When we sew to this position, This fixing wire can be taken apart for it. Just 2 stitches here. So we can take it apart. The sewing here is longer. We don't have to dismantle it. Then we continue to sew backwards. Or needle by needle to find the hole and match the thread. This way, when we sew. You know it starts here. Count the holes and then start counting the holes at this position. How many holes to count? Then add our. The zipper material is the 9th stitch from here. This is also the 9th stitch, so when we sew this side. Because there is no need to add this semicircle. Pull it apart first. We can just take a clip and clip it. This upturned small piece. Let's nest it in first. Count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Align. Hold it with a clip. And here too. Count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Take the clip here. Okay, let's keep sewing. This thread when we sew to this position. It's not enough to continue sewing back. So we sew. This glue ruler. At this center point. We'll give him 3 stitches back to break the thread. Just start another thread. When starting another line, we measure this width. 1 is 10 times longer. Let's all sew this up by ourselves. And I'm not going to take one shot at a time. After we sew the whole mouth, we're going to add this hardware piece on the side to it. I finished sewing here, and let me show you what it looks like. Let's disconnect first. Break the wire and we also break one of these openings twice as long. We're going to put this little piece through it first. Then aim at our position. This big one is outside. Then the short one is inside. Take a look at us down here. You can see 3 holes without seams. Align our 3 holes. What about this hole above to the hole above us? And then you fold it. Then we'll give it the lip inside first. It's this lining that stretches it out. This thread needs to be tightened. This hole, the top hole. Because it's multi-layered. When we pull this needle, just twist and pull it. This line if we are not good. The hole above is too hard. Because it is multi-layered and difficult to sew. We don't sew this thread up. We can sew off the thread above. Pull it tight and we'll give it back like this. Sew into this hole. Tighten the thread. Put all the threads on the inside. Alright. We're done sewing the main body of this bag. Now we're down to our last zipper tail. We'll sew it on again. This is very simple. We also measure one of the bag openings. A thread a little more than twice as long. Then take out our leather. Through the middle hole on either side. And leave a little tail. Don't hold it too long. Then put it back on. Be sure to wear this thread when you wear it back. Put it through the thread and pull it over. Then put our hardware accessories in. Put it in the middle. Then go through the first hole on the opposite side. Go through the second hole, fold the second hole in half. Then go through the hole at the bottom. Let's give him these holes and sew them again. Okay, run this line through. Put it in the middle. Burn it with a lighter and flatten it. Then hang it in our position. We can just push it in. Just hung up. Then our shoulder straps. This is a short one. And this is a long one. After buckling, put it in this position. We sewed the whole bag.